Once upon a time, there were two best friends. One of them had a computer and the other one sucked.
Hello, horse
everybody.
fuckers.
It's your boys,
The
Jimmy
horse
Cheese
fuckers.
Knuckles and Parkinson's Gorilla. We're coming at you live with the Fire Emblem episodes.
Yeah, and righteousness prevails. Start the timer.
Fucking professionals to the end. The bitter
The bitter end.
Oh, man.
So, we were just on the phone with my older sister for like an hour. And, you know, it's always fun catching up with her. But, so, she kind of has a little bit of conversational ADD.
Oh, 100%.
So, we were just talking about something. All of a sudden, she just goes, "Oh my god, do you guys want to know what I got in the mail?" And there was like silence for a second. Tokyo just goes, "Sure." And then we're just thinking, wow, the Postal Service. What a novel concept.
How exciting. I've never heard of such a story.
It doesn't exist. Everyone knows the Postal Service was a myth perpetuated by Mark Zuckerberg.
How about that? How about that Facebook controversy?
Oh, how about that lizard cyborg man?
So I haven't been on Facebook in a long time. I have a Facebook profile. I do.
Yeah.
But I literally haven't logged into it in years.
Find him on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Appleton.
Oh, man. I like to think that Mark Zuckerberg thinks I'm exactly like I was back in, like, 2008.
No, you were on, like, last year.
Not really.
No, you posted a couple things.
Oh, well, yeah, I post some jokes.
Yeah.
Posted some jokes. I haven't, like, talked to anybody or uploaded pictures or
Yeah.
even updated my information.
You know, like, I know your mom figured out we moved to Arizona because I posted on it on Facebook.
Yeah, because of you. She just called me and was like, "I saw you moved." Like across state lines.
It's not my fault you don't tell your mom when you're moving. It's not my fault we're friends on Facebook. She requested me, and I'm like, "Oh, that's Tokyo's mom." Sure. She doesn't hate me.
I told her, you know, I told her that I was going to move at some point.
Yeah.
It's very vague, open-ended. That's how I like to live my life, you know? People
Vague and open-ended.
Like, every day is a cliffhanger with me.
Well, see, it's funny that I say you like to live your life vague and open-ended because literally the only thing closed-ended and not vague is that you will die.
There is no escape. Not yet, anyway.
One day. Landing at Taizo.
Have I talked how I want to be a robot on the channel yet?
I'm sure at some point. I've just heard it so many times that I don't know.
It's a real dream of mine to be a cyborg.
He wants to be a cyborg. I guess I want to be a woman. Not like... I've talked about that. Well, I would really, really love to see how my life would go different if I was, like, a woman.
Yeah.
Not
that.
like a transgender, like a cisgendered woman. Like
was just born naturally a woman.
yeah, just was born a woman, didn't transition or anything, just was straight up a lady.
Just popped out with those
Wait, this-
double X chromosomes.
Hopefully not missing. Hey, me, decide if you want to censor that later.
Not this time around, anyway.
That's Ewan. That's the last trainee we get.
Oh.
He's a magic guy. He's alright.
I hate him already.
Actually, I do like him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he cool?
He
Even
can be
though he
pretty
wears
good.
wood for a hairband?
No, this guy right here.
Oh, that guy.
Small boy.
Okay.
Controller? Yeah! I still have it.
Yeah, we're still live, dude. We're fucking doing it live.
We're doing it fucking live, boys.
So I watched a documentary on truthers last night.
Truthers?
Yeah. You don't know what a truther is?
I think I do, but like...
So, like, Alex Jones is a truther.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, the people that'll say, like, absolutely
Why did I
horrible-
think you said anti-vaxxers?
horrible thing, like, like Sandy Hook, it wasn't real, it was staged. They believe in crisis actors. And,
Yeah.
Barack
Obama's a reptile.
That kind of like they really are very convinced that the government is out to deceive everybody in a very serious way. And look, I'm not gonna lie to you, the government probably is out to deceive all of us in a very serious way over one matter or another. But I don't think that all this false flag stuff that they kind of preach is what it be. It just, mind you, I don't have proof. Right? Yeah. I don't know anyone who was involved in Sandy Hook. I don't know anyone who was involved in this or that or this or that.
Yeah.
Like, it's true. I don't have any personal firsthand evidence to say that people died. But I also don't think that you fuck around with that. Like, you really don't fuck around with that. For one thing, if it was fake, right? And it ever did get out that it was fake. Oh my God. So many people would die.
Oh yeah, shit would go bad.
So many people would die. If you play with people's emotions like that in like...
Oh, good!
faking kids getting shot.
Yeah.
Like, there's some crazy... Here's primarily why I don't think, that shit was fake at all. For one, there definitely were people affected by it. But there's some crazy motherfuckers in this world, dude. Crazy ass people, like, just insane.
Yeah.
So do I think it's outside of the bounds of reality to think that some fucko would go and shoot up a school, or a fucking elementary school? Like, no.
That's totally within the realm of possibility. I just realized I could only sell things in her in her thing, and I got something that's worth like 10,000 gold.
Ah, there you go.
The white gem. The white gem will...
Nope. Put it down. Put it away.
It's gone. Never happened.
Oh, hey, other things that happened. Billy Mitchell.
Yeah! That fuckwad!
Billy fucking Mitchell. Now, most of you probably know about Billy Mitchell from the very classic...
The cult classic
documentary...
King of Kong.
King of Kong.
I fucking love that movie.
So, Billy Mitchell was... long time running Donkey Kong,
God.
Yeah, God, and he held like fucking the record for a super long time. Was officially, and I say officially, the first person to break 1 million in the game. There's a lot behind it. All this shit. King of Kong followed a story between him and Steve Wiebe. Which I believe is how you say his name.
Yeah, it's Wiebe. Some people think it's Steve Wiebe.
Him and Steve Wiebe, in their battle to reach 1 million points first, in their battle for the high score, there was a lot of sketchy stuff that went down on Billy Mitchell's part. Mind you, Billy Mitchell was already a known cheater from, I think, Centipede. He lied about his Centipede high score, and...
I think it was something else because his Centipede score was
not
legit.
Centipede. It was oh god, I want to say Missile Command or something.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Missile Command. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it as fact or whatever because accusing somebody of cheating in that regard, whatever. But he had been accused of cheating prior.
Yeah.
I will say this about Billy Mitchell. Dude's one of the best classic gamers I've ever seen.
Yeah, right? He's like actually really good.
He can play video games. He really can. But definitely sketchy shit went down with his Donkey Kong high score and his personal relations with Twin Galaxies.
Walter Day specifically.
Which Walter Day sold Twin Galaxies in 2014. Much longer after the King of Kong was released.
Yeah, because King of Kong was 2007, I believe.
I think so. I think that's correct. And they finally came out and they rescinded all of his high scores, like retroactively, and banned him from Twin Galaxies. If you don't know what Twin Galaxies is, it's one of the highest national prestige that you can get as far as high scores go. It's considered a very legitimate high scores board.
Yeah.
And honestly, they only kind of lost some of that legitimacy in the controversy with Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell was financially tied to Twin Galaxies, and so there was a lot of belief that he was kind of donating money, and because of that, they were letting him get away with kind of sketchy practices.
Yeah.
Mind you, the high score that got rescinded in particular was because it was a weird videotape recording of him playing the game on just a screen.
Yeah.
And a very popular method of playing these old classic games is to use MAME as an emulator, which is fine in a lot of circles. Like you can post high scores from MAME and that as long as it's known that it's on an emulator, because it's way easier to cheat on an emulator.
Yeah, and I believe MAME stands for, was it multiple arcade machine emulator or something like that?
Yes, exactly. Somebody recently, I forget who it was, compared how a classic game board from the original arcade machines loads the levels.
Yeah.
And compared it to how MAME loads the levels. And it's just a way in computational power. Basically, a computer is able to load the level with an emulator in a certain way that a actual arcade board and machine can't. They just load the resources at different frames based on how the screen... it's kind of frames per second, but it's your refresh rate based on the refresh rate of the technology available. And they pretty much all but exactly proved that his recording of his first million score was done on MAME. It almost identically shows a load screen from MAME as opposed to a classic arcade cabinet. So Billy Mitchell's out, and Steve Wiebe officially holds, much to everyone who enjoys King Kong's pleasure and fascination, I suppose. Steve Wiebe now holds the record for the first 1 million points on a Donkey Kong arcade cabinet machine.
Yeah, and, good for the dude. Like, he worked hard.
And Billy Mitchell is banned from Twin Galaxies.
Which, I mean,
I think is what people care about more. Don't get me wrong. Steve Wiebe, cool dude. Looked like a cool guy.
Yeah, looked like a solid gentleman.
But then, people just really didn't like Billy Mitchell. He came across as a really arrogant Jesus-type figure.
Well, I mean, he absolutely, he needed... I guess the best way I'm putting it is, I think he realized he was good at games, but, he was like, well, might as well be the bad guy, I guess. It could also just be that's just his personality.
Yeah, it could have been.
But I don't know, he seemed almost disingenuous in his in his I'm trying to figure out how I want to word it, not necessarily disingenuous in his dickishness, but it feels like the reason he's just kind of such a cock is because he's just been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It seems natural, but not I suppose the word is, it seems natural, but not ingrained.
I think part of it was actually just a champion's mindset. Really, like I said, man, he's good at games, dude.
Yeah, he's super good at games.
He really is. And I think at some point he really did get it in his head that he was the best, because at some point he probably was the best at Donkey Kong, and he still is probably arguably the best at other things. He also had his Pac-Man score.
Yeah, he recorded the first ever perfect Pac-Man run.
Yep, and that got rescinded as well.
I mean, which is a shame, because didn't he do that in front of people at an arcade?
To be honest, I don't know the full story behind that one, but I do know that it has since been not even cast into question. It has since been rescinded entirely. But I don't know. I think it's good to see, man. You shouldn't be cheating. Dude,
don't do the big cheats.
Nah, just don't cheat. It's one thing you're playing on a home console, you're entering some cheat codes, you're trying to have some fun. That's not the cheating I'm talking about. I'm talking.
You hear that, Tristan Thompson?
Competitive environment cheating is fucked up, and they're
Bad level.
fucked up for doing it. You know,
Yeah.
People care about this stuff.
Oh yeah, people super care about that
You can't
stuff.
just care. Like you can't just take something that somebody cares about so much, dedicate so much of their life to, and take that away from them by unfair means.
Yeah.
You know, like it's one thing you really practice
Double
and you get in there and you fucking do
really
something great for yourself. You win your own records. That's great. Yeah,
look,
sure,
he
it'll
actually
probably
dodged.
upset some people, but look at the speedrunning community, man.
Yeah, speedrunning
World
community
records
is
are
awesome.
broken all the
Regularly.
time.
Yeah, like because we were watching Summoning Salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Summoning Salt. Like, love his videos.
I love his videos.
Like, it's funny because like every so often in one of his videos, it'll be like nobody thought the score would be broken, and it was broken 6 minutes later.
like he makes a lot of point to show that like these records they're never unbreakable.
Yeah, like they will be broken at some point. Or La Rochelle, good job.
But yeah,
That's my overachieving horse girl.
man, I think that's it. We kind of just covered the news in this episode.
Let me get to my turn, and then we'll end the episode.
Okay.
I did it.
We'll see you guys tomorrow then.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, goodbye. Goodbye. I love you. I'm proud of you. Except for you, Steve. You cunt. I know. Okay. I shouldn't say that because I know two Steves and I like both of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
like the Steves that I know. I like all my Steves, man.
Yeah. So, just as a quick sidebar, because you know how we've made the joke only the ultimate Steve gets to eat?
Yeah.
One of my friends, Steve, on Twitter, literally had his Twitter name as Ultimate Steve, and anytime I saw it, I'd just be like, he gets to eat.
All right.
Anyway, goodbye, fuck off. Goodbye, horse fuckers.